Kamusta, folks? I know that was a crazy, crazy night, no? Kitang-kita niyo yung eye bags. I know, no excuse, meron akong eye bags ever since, but this time a little bit worse than usual. Last night was crazy, exciting, no? So we had of course, the last SONA, last pa talaga, of President Rodrigo Duterte. We were looking at whether mag-endorse siya ng someone specifically. Well, mukhang may, I don't know, kinda endorsement kay Tito Soto for the vice presidency, a position that it seems President Duterte may be eyeing for the next elections. Walang masyadong endorsement na nakita natin for, well, who's seen as a top contender for the presidential elections next year. Of course, presidential daughter Sara Duterte. Parang may patama din at someone else who is now the top rival, no, sa surveys. Alam natin sino yan. And in fact, my hope was, the first episodes ng itong relaunch version ng aking channel will be actually about the battle of mayors between Isko Moreno and Sara Duterte. And in fact, this will be in episode 2 and 3. Yan ang actually, that was the analysis I've been working on over the past few days. At yun, of course, low budget tayo, do it yourself, yung thumbnail, production, everything, it's just myself. So medyo, I didn't expect last night to be this crazy na we go from the last SONA to the first Olympic gold medal for the Philippines. And who knows, we could actually win even more medals, gold medals, this Olympics, no? The 2020 or 2021 Olympics in Japan, no? Actually, 5 yung top contenders natin heading into this Olympics. It's not only Hidilyn Diaz who, thank God, won the gold medal in her respective weight class in weightlifting. Meron tayong Carlos Yulo in gymnastics. He's competing in different areas pagdating sa gymnastics. He has done a little bit well in certain areas, but far better in other areas, and we're hoping that he can get at least 1 gold or even a silver, no, dun sa gymnastics, 1 gold and 1 silver. Of course, we have Yuka Saso, the Filipino-Japanese, golf sensation. We have a hope na sana she will win the gold medal for the Philippines in the golf. Then meron tayong EJ Obiena in pole vault. So may mga track and field sensations din tayo. And of course, Nesty Petesio sa boxing. No? So these were our top 5 contenders heading into the Olympics. So guys, here, may chance tayo to win even more golds. No? So we set the record. Salamat talaga kay Hidilyn Diaz for getting the ball rolling, no? Almost 100 years tayo. I think 24 pa when we first participated in the Olympics. I think we have been consistently in Olympics except when together with the United States and allies binoycott natin yung Olympics in the Soviet Union, no, after invasion of Afghanistan in 1979, no. So alam natin 1980, 1984 may mga politika nangyari dyan sa Olympics, but that's a different topic. We can go into that later on. But yun nga, after almost 100 years of participation in the Olympics, finally, may gold na rin tayo. Although, of course, we have won many other medals, number of silver and a lot of bronze medals in the past, no? But gold is really something. So, nandun na tayo ngayon sa rankings, no? So, the Philippines is now in the top 20 countries in terms of rankings. But definitely, we can do even better than that. Sabi nga ni Hidilyn Diaz, kaya natin yan. No, kaya natin yan. And that was where it got really, really interesting because kung titignan nyo, yung last State of the Nation address ni Pangulong Duterte as President of the Philippines, when it came to China, na-criticize na yung Canada, hindi daw tayo dumb side. Na-criticize na yung US, palang giga bells, and of course, US imperial pass in the Philippines. No one can deny that. That was a horrible episode. Of course, even a criticism, but India, about 5-6 and all. But of course, the country India has nothing to do with it. But again, that's a different issue. He even criticized tribes in the Middle East. I don't know what he's talking about, but of course, he rightly focused on the issue of abuses against our OFWs. But pagdating sa China, love pa rin eh. And, the president says, essentially said, bakit tayo mag-stand up sa China? Maging massacre daw yun. Although, super friendly naman daw China. It doesn't make sense. Friendly ang China, and then if you kind of assert your rightful claims, magkakaroon ng giyera, hindi daw competent enough, no, ang ating, well, I think he was referring to sa ating sandataan lakas, no, at saka yung defensive capabilities, which I completely disagree with, no. I mean, we are going to discuss that in a separate video in the coming days and weeks, hopefully, know how other countries, poorer countries than the Philippines, our neighboring countries with no superpower alliance are actually standing up to China and doing pretty well, no? So, excuse siguro yan. But that's not the point. The point is, Hidilyn Diaz said, kaya natin yan. And guess what? She beat China. She beat the world champion. She beat a world record to really get, no, yung gold medal na matagal natin, hinahanap-hanap talaga yan in Olympics. And hopefully that sets the tone for next Olympics and of course for other gold medal contenders dun sa ating very strong contingent relatively this year's Japan, no? And then, of course, some blogger has been suddenly trending even higher than Hidilyn Diaz. Nung gising ako ng mga 5 a.m., pagtingin ko ng, trending, number 2 si Hidilyn Diaz, because apparently this blogger, slash trolls, attack kay Hidilyn Diaz until when not very long ago, and then suddenly now congratulations, and then suddenly now wow, parang grabbing. But I mean, mukhang in spite of or despite of everything happening and lack of support for Hidilyn Diaz, that was her concern earlier, na kulang siya sa finances. She was even asking if she can get help from the private sector. Hirap na hirap si Hidilyn Diaz heading into this Olympics. God help her. The love of the Filipino people was behind her. She had a lot of inspiration. And wag natin kalimutan na Hidilyn Diaz faced a lot of harassment, political harassment. She ended up in, remember, yung matrix, no? So-called matrix na mga supposedly insurrectionary figure. So she has been going through a lot, no? Aside from the big stress of being an Olympian itself, no? But she did it. Dahil kaya natin yan. This is the Filipino spirit. And I hope our next leaders, our next presidents, they have that Hidilyn Diaz spirit of, yes, we can, kaya natin yan. We can beat China in Olympics. We beat them in the arbitration award in 2016 to more victory in the coming years for the country, for the Filipino people. Let's just keep it there. I can go on and on, but I think we just want to keep this good vibes, no? Good vibes going, no? And to more gold medal for the Filipino people. Mabuhay po. And there we go with the first episode of #Big Picture. Please subscribe. We're going to discuss a lot of issues in the coming days and months, God willing, in a much more informal manner. Sariling sikap lang to, walang production team, walang low budget production to, but we want to keep this, and we'll try our best to keep this as exciting as possible. So maraming salamat guys, and stay tuned. Meron tayong upcoming episodes, including on, guess what? The top contenders for the presidency next year, so far based on a snapshot of the surveys, no? And also check please my Philippine Daily Inquirer article today about surveys, scientific surveys. Why do they make sense? And ano naman ang limitations nila in a climate of fear? Thank you very much guys. Catch you later.